coaching experience, does it matter? Sirianni doesn't as far as playoff coaching experience. Shanahan's coached as an offensive coordinator in the Super Bowl, as a head coach in the Super Bowl. He was in last year's championship game. This is kind of the first time around for Nick Sirianni in a lot of ways. Does that advantage Shanahan, or is that wishful thinking on my part?
I think having gone through, and I think the scar tissue is something that can be a positive. But then again, I noticed as I aged and I started to, you got to be careful you don't see ghosts. Like, I remember that game, and I don't want to, so the whole thing is about being really, again, it's the presence of mind and moment. And I think that both coaches are innovative, thoughtful. What Sirianni's done in 1 year, he had obviously these great players, but as you can see, what Mike McDaniel's done, or even McConnell in Minnesota with that offense, like, great coaching makes a difference. I think that in these kind of games, I think there is an advantage when you've been there. Your heart rate isn't necessarily as, it's probably down a few beats than the other guy who hasn't. I think that's just natural. And I think we got to believe that, Larry, there's a little bit of an advantage there. But I don't think there's an advantage necessarily because you've been there with Kyle. I think Kyle has an advantage because he is the most innovative mind that I've seen in football. There's some good ones now. There's probably 10. When I used to think back in the day, there's 3. To find somebody who is a great offensive mind and innovative and a great play caller, can put series together, those are very, very rare people. Luckily now there's a couple handfuls, and both of these guys are in that group. But I think Kyle is a cut above, and I think that these are the kind of games where he manages championship football very well, and he's learned how to be super careful not to get into another jam. What happened in the end of the fourth quarter against the Chiefs, or whatever happened in the end of the third and fourth quarter with the Patriots. Like, those kind of experiences change you, and I think it makes you better.